What is up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about some awesome news with DC Comics. We're also going to be talking about the launch of my Kickstarter, Super Plumber Sisters number 1, 2, and 3. Link is down in the description. You guys can check that out. It's an awesome series. And then we're going to be talking about this kind of horrible rumor that's going around in indie comics that you need like $300,000 or $500,000 to make a comic and for it to be profitable. That's been going around, so let's discuss that. Let's have a silly goose time, and yeah, let's bring people on here. Let's see, who do we got in the chat? We're still, I'm still trying to figure out, how to use this whole like OBS business. Oh, look, we got people coming in. How you guys doing? We've got Aldramil, Tyler, no. Think of the silly geese. Got Massive Panda in the house. John Talk, doing great, man. Looking forward to more of your work as always. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Andrew Rowland, so what is this rumor that you speak of? We'll get into that. We got Ichthus in the house. What's up, Ichthus? Yeah, guys, let's real quick, just while I can, get this started and whatnot, see the chat up is in the link in the description. We do have Super Plumber Sisters 1, 2, and 3 on Kickstarter. We launched this afternoon. It's been interesting. I have not been doing my part in terms of that music went so loud. My bad. Let's just turn that off. I have not been doing my part when it comes to the marketing of my books very well. Like, I finally, last week, posted a YouTube video. I've just been so busy with my current job. And it's not even a job, by the way. It's a business that I'm running. I've got employees and whatnot. And I've just got a lot of expectations that I've got to fulfill. And so I know. I'm constantly traveling. I'm meeting clients, and so I'm working 70 hours a week at the for this company. Plus, trying to make time to make comics, to put these comics out. I just got my copies. Let's see if I can find it of My Sexy Witch Academia number 2. These are here in my my office, and so literally I'll be going out of town in a couple of days, so I'm gonna spend that time bagging up books, and then when I get back, I'm from doing business on this business trip, I'm then gonna spend all next week shipping out these books, while still making YouTube videos, while still going live, while still putting out Super Plumber Sisters on Kickstarter, and also while finishing up other books that I've got going on. I just I'm getting ready, packing my stuff, getting ready for my hotels and my plane. I'm like, you know what, let me load up on my iPad Bold Assassin 2, so on my downtime when I'm in my hotel at night, I can then just be gray toning these pages. So the work never stops, and we just broke freaking $4,000. So thank you, everyone who backed that book. I got a backer today from because of a troll. I've been getting trolled by a particular account, and I've just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna throw my campaign every time I get trolled. I'm gonna throw my campaign in there, and I actually grabbed 2 backers from that tonight. So keep it coming. Let's see, we got Hero Darky Dark. Let's go, Hero Dark Dark. I saw that too. I'm surprised they got DC Comics. If we get Marvel, they'll have all the Infinity Stones. Yes, the fact that Global Comics has gone DC Comics is just huge, and we're going to talk about that tonight. Specs Vision in the house, congrats, thank you so much. Aljamil, I honestly think the problems are that indie comic carriers aren't seriously looking at expenses and shipping. Yeah, no, let's get into that. Let's talk about that. So, for those of you who didn't know, there's been this huge discussion recently. So there's a creator named Razorfist. He's a YouTuber. I don't watch any of his content. I can't think of any of his content that I've ever watched. But he did a book with George Alexopoulos, and I've talked with George Alexopoulos before. He's been on the show before, and George is awesome, and they created this book called Ghost of the Badlands, and it is a phenomenal book. It's freaking beautiful. If you haven't like if you didn't back the Indiegogo, you should definitely get yourself a copy on Amazon. But the discussion was basically like George said like, hey, like I don't have it in me to do book 2 of this series. And then there was all this discussion on like, was the book profitable and whatnot? Or like, did they make enough money? Blah, blah. How are the finances? And you know how it goes in the indie world. Like everyone starts speculating on everyone's businesses and whether or not like they made the right decisions or not. And so, what happened was, from what I hear, and let's pull this up. From what I hear, Razorfist did a video. We're not going to play it. And I only saw this because I blocked Vito, but someone sent this to me. But it says Razorfist and George lost $50,000 by undercharging for shipping on Indiegogo. Considered using Ripicen to cut costs, but realized it was a terrible deal that gave Eric most of the profit. Razorfist wanted to continue with issue number 2, but George said it wasn't worth it unless he got $500,000. Since George is co-owner of the IP, Razorfist can't just hire another artist. Thus, the book is now totally dead. Now, I talked with George, like. I was gonna like retweet this. I was gonna go ham, go like, oh, like let's talk about the problems. I reached out to George, and because I was like, I don't want to make content on this, like without knowing the full story. And George was like, no, like that's not how any of this shit went down. And so like two things I want to talk about today with just this thread is one, I really, really, really believe that one of the big problems. Like the 2 big problems with the indie comic community. The first problem is the fact that everyone is in everyone's business. Like you don't need to know that they lost $50,000. You don't have to like guess why they lost $50,000. And even let's say any of this is true, it doesn't matter. Like it's not our business to be in other people's businesses. Like you don't need to know what my artist page rates are. You don't need to know what all of my shipping and fulfillment costs are. You don't need to know my profit and loss sheet. You don't need to know how much profit did Tyler make at the end of Super Plumber Sisters. Like all we have to worry about is did you get your book? That's the only thing that's important at the end of the day with all these discussions is did you get your book? If you got your book, that's all that matters. If you didn't get your book, then now we can start making a discussion. But the fact is, they delivered a book, and everyone got it. And if they're not ready to do a second one, or George doesn't want to do it, you know that's up to him. So that's point number 1. Like we should stay out of people's businesses. But point number 2. Point number 2 is also this, and I saw this going around. Was the fact that. Someone, I don't know who said it. I think it might have been Razorfist, but he said that unless that they made $500,000 on the book, like it wouldn't be worth it, or like it wasn't going to be profitable for them. And I think it might have even been like 350,000, like wasn't enough. And so a big problem that I think that sets as a precedent, and I was talking to Matt C about this, is that kind of discussion, I believe, affects the backers. Like it affects people in the crowdfunding space. It affects people who are considering to. It affects people who are like, I think I'm gonna go. It affects people who are like, I think I'm gonna go and back a crowdfunder. And if they go like for example, by the way, guys, Super Plumber Sisters 3 is already 100% completed. In terms of line art, I just have to gray tone it, but like the artist has already been paid for this work. Super Plumber Sisters number 4, the artist has already been paid for. So like the only expenses that we have is just printing and shipping these books. And so if someone goes, oh my gosh, like Tyler has only made $4,000, and in their mind they think, oh my gosh, I heard from a big creator that they need $350,000 in order to get me my book and make this profitable. It could potentially scare off people in the crowdfunding space. And remember, this is like a niche of a niche market. Like I look at crowdfunding as the stage 1 of launching my comics. And then after that, it's okay. After that, the next step is, okay, can I sell this on my online store? Can I sell this as a trade paperback? Can I sell this on Amazon? How can I get this into more, like, I really see this as stage one, but stage one of this whole crowdfunding aspect is very important. Like, I would have loved to have been able to paid Irwin up front for all 4 chapters of Super Plumber Sisters 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I didn't have the money to just straight up give it to him. And so what we had to do is we had to put out chapter 1. Fingers crossed it's successful, and then if it's successful, we can, if we're lucky enough to pay for the next one. Luckily, we were able to, luckily because of the success of books 1 and 2, I was able then to take the risk and go, okay, I'm just gonna pull extra money from these two books and just pay you in advance for numbers 3 and number 4. So that's a big fear that I have. I have a fear that if people hear this, they're going to get dissuaded on crowdfunding. I mean, we've already seen this. We know that, we know that people can get dissuaded from, backing crowdfunding projects, especially when people don't deliver. Go on to any Ethan Van Sciver Indiegogo campaign. It is just complaints up the wazoo. Where's my book? How come I don't have my book? When am I going to get my book? I want a refund. I'm never backing another crowdfund ever again. I've betrayed, blah, blah, blah. It's just, it is nuts. Whereas you see people, and then what we're seeing, a lot of people get pissed off of that. And like, that sucks when you have big creators like that destroying the mindsets of other people. Like, oh, I'm not going to back another indie. If this guy can't do it, this professional artist who's been in the industry for 30 years, there's no way that this guy, Tyler, who does this out of his basement, when his family goes to bed, there's no way that guy can do it. If the 30-year pro can't do it, then there's no way that this guy can do it. And that same mindset could apply to this, where if that guy who made $350,000 can't pull this off, there's no way that the guy who makes $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, even $100,000 can do it. And that's a horrible precedent. But it's false though. And we know it's false when we see books like Common America. Look at Common America. Common America has never done $300,000 or $500,000 or even $1 million, but they've consecutively done over 100K campaigns, and they always fulfill on time. They always have great prices. They treat their customers with respect. But if you go at that metric of going, oh, people who only make 350,000, if you can't do 350,000, then you can't do this. That's just going to ruin it for a lot of creators. And so I just don't like those kind of conversations. Kova's Lookout. Indiegogo is damn near full of scammers at this point. I only back Kickstarters. Dude, I'm with you. Like, I back Kickstarters because at least I feel like I'm going to get, I feel like 90% of the time I'll at least get my book. Aljamil, I think indies are all in each other's business because money is tightening and networks are breaking down. Also, marketing skills are not good enough. We got Dakari, the professor. How's everyone doing today? Dakari, how are you doing? Dakari, did you see Girl with the Megafist Volume 4? Did you see your cameo? You got Caden Sketch in the house. How you doing, Caden? Caden's doing fantastic, by the way, on his first Kickstarter. Congrats, man. Go check out Loogie, #1. Hero Darky Dark. I felt like George's mistake is he underestimated shipping. I've heard that rumor, though, and I've talked with George about it. The reason why I don't believe in that rumor is because George has done 4 or 5 campaigns prior to this, so he knows international shipping. So, I mean, it's possible they made a mistake, but I feel like it'd be so weird for me to not to I don't know, for that to have been a mistake. Just because he's done it before. And here's the thing: I talked with George. We talked about all these things. I'm not here to make content about George. I'm mostly here to just talk about the fact that, like, we should not be in other people's businesses. Like, did you get your book? Did you get Ghost of the Badlands? Congrats. That's a win. Don't need to be in other people's businesses. And 2, we shouldn't set this, like, there shouldn't be this expectation. We don't want to set this expectation that if you don't make over $300,000 that you shouldn't back the book. I'm not saying that they said that. Like no one said, like Razorfist didn't say it like oh, if you can't make $300,000 and you can't make a book. George absolutely didn't say that. George used to like print and cut his own like books and like ship them. But I think by putting that like kind of statements out though, like, oh, like we can't make this until it's $350 or $500,000. I think saying that stuff, while innocent, could set a bad precedent. Kova, I've only had one Kickstarter not come through with their comics. Fair. Eliza Bar, I heard a rumor that you consulted on a recent horror movie starring Demi Moore. Is there any truth to the rumor? Demi and I are good friends, Eliza, and it just. I travel to LA probably once a month and, doing Hollywood stuff, I'll catch up with Demi on some stuff. She'll bring me some scripts and she'll be like, yo, can you fine tune this? Like the director is not like, he's not really giving me good shit. And I'll be like, yeah, like that's fine. And sometimes like I give her money to like do shit. So 100%. Calvin, wanted to come in here and give our boy congrats to the 2-minute funding. Absolutely happy for you, my guy, and the new setup looks sick. Hey, thank you so much. Now here's the thing. Let's talk about that 2-minute funding. It was always, it's me, that's just me celebrating. Guys, the goal was $500, like, which is, by the way, that's still a huge feat, but like, I don't know. It's like, I think if you guys look at like Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini, I think they hit 10K in like 30 seconds when they launch. Like that's something to celebrate. That's something really to celebrate. I wanted to do like either red or green for the Super Plumber Sisters. Like we got Mara, Lucia, Wanda, and then Winnie. So tonight we're gonna go full Lucia on this. Like seriously, like you as an indie creator can make your comics like it's easy. I'll remember that. So congrats. I'll send condolences for stuff. It's up 10K. Yeah, you guys should weep for me. I'm like, I'm not at 10K currently. Like, I'm beginning to think that what happened was that George and Razor had a shipping cost, and then the market ticked the wrong way. It just got too expensive. That's 100% possible. Another thing as well that could have happened, which I also believe is they did colored. I saw that they added a color version. Color immediately makes the printing process expensive, and I think it took them a year to create this comic. Oh my gosh. Like prices can immediately change so fast in a year. Like, for example, when I was doing the Cthulhu Murders, let's see if I got one right here. So when I was doing the Cthulhu Murders, we did this paperback and we did a hardback. The hardbacks, when I calculated it, were one thing. And then when it was time for me to ship and when it was time for me to get that book printed, the hardcovers, they went up by like $3. And I was like, oh, that just ate out of my margin. That freaking sucked. So yeah, like this is a guy who sold like 40 or 50 hardcovers. These guys did hundreds and thousands. So yeah, like that stuff sucks. Caden, you did get 150 people to show up on day one. That really is a feat. No, guys, like I'm incredibly like grateful for the Super Plumber Sisters. Like I'm just messing around. Like every single time that I launch one of these projects, I'll tell my wife, I'll tell friends, I'll be like, this one's not gonna make it. Like I tell myself this one's not gonna make it. That's why I put it at $400-500, so then I can like it's a self-conscious thing. I can then go, I funded, I made it, and like the book is already being made. Like I just have to gray tone it, so like all the expenses are already paid for. So I put the goal low so I can feel good about myself if it ever like goes down. Like I write goals on what I think the book will hit by the time the campaign's done. For this one, I'm like, if I can hit 7,500 or 8,000, I'll be happy. And if it hits 10K, I'll be ecstatic. But I mean, that's how it goes. Like you do like one, and then it just goes down 2, 3, 4, and then like hopefully we get a little bump with the trade. And the trade's gonna have something extra in there. But yeah, no, I'm eternally grateful. Like I'm very blessed to have you guys read these books. Like seriously, like you guys should see my fulfillment. Look at this. Let's see if I can turn this. This is all like my fulfillment that I've got to ship out. Literally every single one of those books has to be shipped out. It's bonkers. It's bonkers, man. Like all those Girl with the Mega Fist have to be shipped out. And then like all of these are like Super Plumber Sisters. And then like everything over there is My Sexy Witch Academia for when I get back. Calvin, bro, yes, to add on to this, when I would order a proof just a year ago, it was like $25 to $27. Now it's almost $60. Think about that. Nearly $60 at the end of my proof just for one copy. Nice. Travis, I would like to join your lunch party. Dude, let me because I can only be on here for till 9 my time, which is I've got another 30 minutes. So let me set up a stream here and I'll throw you on. Aljamil, I bet digital downloads are looking mighty enticing to creators, especially to the stubborn physical media creators. Yeah, I mean, while I set up the stream here, let's talk about this. Like DC Comics is now on Global Comics. This is huge. Like this is absolutely huge that this is happening. And I wish Travis, I'm going to Facebook the link to you. Like this is absolutely nuts. Like I've been reading a lot of Global Comics when I'm like on the plane because I can save them. And I remember talking to Chris that one live stream, like, dude, are you guys ever gonna get Marvel and DC? And he didn't answer. And like they got Batman. They've got Batman. They've got a bunch of like Wonder Woman stuff. They've got comics that I've been wanting to read, but I'm like, I don't know if it's worth me spending $50 or $40 on this series. But now I can try it out for digitally. And here's the thing: I have a subscription. I have a subscription to Global Comics, so I can read unlimited all of this. Now, for you guys, like, let me know if you're interested. I'm leaving to NH. I was just playing. Okay, never mind. I'm not setting up this fucking stream right then. But I'm glad you're safe, Travis, from the hurricane. And also congrats, by the way, guys. Go check out Holiday Spirits trade paperback on Kickstarter. Travis launched that as well today. So guys, I'm hoping that I'm talking about everyone. If you want to get in on this on Global Comics, like hit me up. Like I'm gonna put this link in the chat. Obviously, I want you guys to check out Super Plumber Sisters and stuff. But Global Comics are friends, and I've partnered with them. If you use that link, you'll get it, the 1-year subscription is $90 to read unlimited comics. You get $30 off with my promo code. So you can read like all the Image Comics books. Now you can read the DC Comics books, Dark Horse, a bunch of manga. Yeah, look at that. Image, Dark Horse, Boom, Dynamite, Tokyo Pop, Vault, Oni, Top Cow, now DC Comics. You can also look at that. We got Cadence Sketch right there. You can check out Loogie. You can check out Travis Gibbs books. You can, let's see, go to profile, go to creator page. You can follow me. Look, you can read my stuff. I've got some books up here that I've thrown up. So yeah, guys, go check out Global Comics. So this is huge. Like, this is absolutely huge that they were able to get DC Comics in here. And I hope that this partnership grows. I hope that we see a bigger catalog of DC Comics in here. If it's honestly, it's game over at that point. If they do, like, imagine this, like if DC throws up like their entire catalog on here, I'm reading basically only DC Comics. Like, I'll just be reading so much DC Comics. And your monthly subscription that you pay for, it like calculates like who you spend the most time with. So if I spend 90% of my time on DC and then like 10% on Travis Gibb, 90% of my subscription money will go to DC, and then 10% of that will then go to Travis. So, it's awesome. Got Christian and Katie Bateman. Christian, man, how are you doing? How are you doing? I was talking about you the other day with my dad. We were talking about everyone up in UP. So it's so funny seeing you here. That's hilarious. But yeah, like I was like I remember talking to Chris, the CEO. We had him on the show, and he was talking about the different like consumer trends when it comes to reading digital comics, and like a lot of people that have like gone against me, that have fought against me on this whole digital thing. It's like this is how it goes. If we look at the trends in Japan and Korea, they are dominating in comic book and manga and manhwa sales, and the reason why is one word: accessibility. It's all about accessibility, because like you can read it on your phone, you can read it on a plane, you can read it while you're traveling. Kids are constantly on their phones, and then what you can do is you can then go read the physical book. And anytime anyone says that this just is not possible, all I gotta do is grab. Oh well, no one on Webtoon is freaking. No. Look at Solo Leveling. Like, look at Solo Leveling right here. Look at Solo Leveling. Okay, Solo Leveling. You can read this whole thing 100% for free. It gets an anime. This is a #1 seller. It sells hundreds of thousands of copies. It's in Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble. It's all over. Huge IP now, but you can read the entire thing for free. Oh, Tyler, well, what about Webtoons? Got Lore Olympus right here. Lore Olympus. I think it has like 2 billion views on Webtoons. It's a New York Times bestseller, which means that you have to sell, before the book even launches, over 80,000 copies. So you have 80,000 copies already sold with this. They've got like 5 volumes. It wins Ringo Award after Ringo Award. You can read this entirely for free, and yet selling hotcakes. And then you go, well, that wouldn't happen on Kickstarter. I pull out Let's Play. Which has another 2 billion views on Webtoon. You can read this whole thing for free, and yet this is literally top 10 to 20 Kickstarters every single year. Each Kickstarter does anywhere from $200,000 to $400,000 on Kickstarter. You can read the entire thing for free, and yet it's still doing $200,000 to $400,000 on Kickstarter. And so, to any of the naysayers, like, look, I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that I'm ever going to hit that. That's always their argument. Well, you're not going to do that. I'm not saying that I'm ever going to do that. I'm lucky that I hit 10K on my books. I'm lucky that I can sell a couple hundred copies of my books and then keep $1,000, a couple $1,000 for the next book, or to throw into my savings or something else. I'm excited. But what I'm saying is that this model can work for the mainstream, and that's a big difference. That's a big difference of when I'm talking is like you have what can work for the mainstream, and then you have what can work with indies. What works with indies to me is a Wild West. Whatever works for you, do it. When it comes to indies, whatever works for you, do it. Because with indies, you can win with a small number. You can win with 200 backers. You can win with 500 backers. You can win with 1,000 backers. But in the mainstream world, you cannot win with 1,000 sales. In the mainstream world, you can't win with 10,000 sales. And so you have to think, the mainstream has to think differently. The mainstream has to think, how do I get the biggest market share when I'm making a book? Okay. And let's see if I can, TAM. Oh my gosh. TAM, marketing, viral. There we go. You have to think about TAM, which is total addressable market. Okay. DC and Marvel, they have to be looking at in the light orange. That's what they have to do in order to be profitable. You as an indie can be here in the dark orange and be just fine. Okay. Total market demand for a product or service represents maximum market potential, helps estimate potential for growth. Okay. If a comic can get 2 billion views on Webtoon, and that can translate to, let's go $200,000 200,000 copies of sales. And how much is this Lore Olympus freaking book? This was $30. Fuck. Okay. 200,000 times $29.99 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Geez, that's $6 million. $6 million. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And that's just one book. That's just one freaking book. And now, Tyler. Well, there's no evidence to show that this could happen. Batman, Wayne Family Adventures, 1.5 million subscribers, 134 million views. Now, all these views don't mean anything, nor do likes and stuff. Okay, but DC Comics did this, and I found it once. Let me see if I can find it again. Wayne Family Adventures, sales charts, volume 1. Let's see. Comic-Con. I had this at one point. I'll have to find it. I had this at one point, but they don't show the sales anymore, which is kind of lame. Which sucks, honestly. But when I found the article, it showed that it was like number 5 in the top 10 of that month's graphic novel sales. Let's see. We'll have to find it later. Well, let me answer this backer really quick. Yes, it includes all covers, including SFW covers. All right. Sorry for ranting on digital stuff. I'm excited. I'm just excited about Global Comics. I'm excited about DC stuff. Like, I don't have to be successful in comics. I really don't. I'm doing this for fun. I'm having fun. This is my hobby that I'm able to monetize. The money that I take from these campaigns, I just hire another artist to make another book. Or I put it in a war chest so I can print out more books or better books or make new series, or I can hire an artist for a variant cover. Like, I make comics because I'm having fun. The moment that this doesn't become fun for me, I stop making comics. But I'm making comics right now, and I'm loving it. And so whenever I'm talking about that stuff, I'm not saying like, oh, all indies should do it. Indies, figure out what works best for you. If you don't want to do a digital first, or you can't do a digital first, that's fine. Like, look, even then, this isn't even a digital first. It's like floppy, then trade, and then you throw it up on Global Comics. Like, that's a good way to do it as well. Just figure out what works for you. But like, for me, I really believe that like mainstream comics, those who work at DC, Marvel, Image, that should consider doing a better marketing and digital first stuff. All right, let's look. The chat. Cryogenic Gamer, digital is definitely inevitable, 100%. Dakari, I've been a huge advocate in the digital comics / manga because it's much cheaper and I don't have to worry about the book. About the book I want is out of print or super expensive to buy online, 100%. Game Wizard 07, which by the way, we always appreciate Game Wizard 02 because they have Chisato from Licorice Recoil as their profile picture. For the last year or so, been building my DRM free manga library through various humble bundle deals. Not only is it cheaper, but it's more accessible when I'm on the go. Oh, 100%. Cryogenic Gamer, as long as you're having fun, that's what matters for sure. Yeah, exactly. Caden, putting Lugi on GC hasn't made me money, but a lot of people have found me that way. I'd get in now, be an early adopter, 100%. 100%. Calvin, just curious, would you recommend Global Comics for indie authors who aren't the biggest fans of webtoons? I mean, here's the thing. Yes, I would. I would say this, like, I wouldn't look at your, as an indie, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not going to say, I wouldn't put all of your eggs in in the basket of Global Comics. Like, Global Comics isn't going to be your indie comics savior. I think it's a great way, like, to get some reach on your stuff. Like, let's look at my comics. Let's just have like some heart to hearts. Like, look at this, like 125 views, 109 views, 206 views, 680 views. I mean, I was going strong and I took really bad breaks. Like, the ones that have made me I've made money because of this. Like, I put up chapter 1 and volume 1 up. Volume 1 had 22,000 views. And I did that, and it was for free for a while. The very first volume, I'm actually just going to put it back up for free. Because I had a Kickstarter going for volume 4, and I actually saw some backers come from that. Look at that, like Demons, 22.4, like 2,400 views. My best one though is Entity. It has 53,000 views. It's free to read on Global Comics. Somehow someone picked this up and talked about it on Reddit, and that's how all these people came in. Was they came from Reddit. So, like, I have no idea. Like, someone went, "Yo, Tyler, like, your book's trending on Reddit." And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't go on Reddit. Went on Reddit. I was like, oh, that's cool. They linked over to here. And I didn't even know I had it set for free, but I did. And I actually had people coming to my site. So I think I sold like 20 copies of this book during that Reddit post thing. So that was cool, but like I had no idea about it. Calvin, I was definitely asking in terms of reach. Thank you for your input. Always appreciate your advice. Like, I will say this, like, who has the more reach? Webtoons definitely has the bigger reach, but it, like Caden said, it's this, like, you can be an early adopter. Like, now's the time to like put your stuff on Global Comics and work on it. Like, put in the effort. I haven't put enough effort in there, honestly. I need to. So, you know, that's on me. I need to do more. But I would definitely consider putting in more effort into Global Comics. And same thing with Webtoons. Just Webtoons is so saturated. Webtoons is so saturated. If you don't have like a specific type of genre of your book, or if you're not updating all this kind of stuff, it's definitely tough. Yeah. How much time do we got? I've got 23 minutes. Guys, I'm losing my voice. I should maybe text my wife and be like, yo, can you bring me some water? We're at a good halfway point. Let's, guys, do you mind if I shill real quick? Do you guys mind if I go into little details on Super Plumber Sisters 1, 2, and 3? Because I am excited about this book. I'm actually I'm getting a little sad that it's ending. Like, we are working on chapter 4 right now. Like, we're currently campaigning, you know, number 3, but me and Erwin are actively working on number 4 right now. And it's like sad because we set this series to end in a way where there's a definitive end, but I could always do a Super Plumber Sisters 2. And I'm just deciding, like, do I want to do that? Do I hire another artist to bring that on? Or do I just end it where we ended and just leave it at that? I have no idea. Like, I always leave these shorter ones up, like, open so that, you know, because, you know, if anything happens, it happens. But yeah, so the Super Plumber Sisters number 1, 2, and 3, part 3 of 4, Mara and Lucia join up with cousins Winnie and Wanda and continue their battle in the sewers against dino zombies and more. So here are the covers that we got. Now, I'll be honest, this is the most like I don't have as like I have basically 4 covers and then like two like alt versions of one of them. So I technically only have 4 covers, which are Kickstarter exclusives. And it's because I saved a lot of the covers. I have a lot of covers done, and I used them for the fourth one because like I really really liked those ones. Not saying I don't like these ones. Like I love these ones. Like this one, like one, I freaking love this cover. But like, where's the Senshiro one? Like this is freaking fantastic. Like they did such a freaking good job. I did the coloring, by the way. But like this is just a fantastic style. Like I hired Senshiro to do a Super Plumber Sisters cover and a My Sexy Witch Academia cover. This is from an artist called Shiviji. They're on Twitter. I hired them to do like 10 different covers for me. So they did like 2 Super Plumber Sisters covers, 4 Bullet Assassin covers. Like I just love their art. We had a great time working together. This is from Blimax. What's funny about Blimax is I hired her or him or whatever they are to do like this kind of version, and then I asked for 1 alt version, and then they sent me 2 because they're like, I was having so much fun. You know, you paid for 2 and you're getting 3, and I was like, geez. But that's what we got going. But yeah, we got here's some of our page previews. So what the cool thing about this book is, like, number 1 and number 2 were very action packed, like boom, 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 like action, action, action. Number 3, we're gonna have number 3 is more emotional, where we're still gonna have some of the action in there, but we're gonna get into the history of these characters. Why is there this rivalry between Mara, Lucia, and Winnie and Wanda? And we're gonna get to more of like their psyche, what makes them tick, what makes them act the way they are, you know. And like we've got flashbacks. We have flashbacks of when they were in school together and what happened. There was this like particular event that really just like really broke up this family. So we're going to get into that, and then that's going to set the course for the rest of this story, and then set us up for chapter 4. Now, every campaign I've done, by the way, I've always done an acrylic standee, and this campaign, I was like, I want to do something different. Like I always do a keychain because I love keychains, and I think they're not just simple, but like it's just great branding to always have like a keychain on you. Like you're like, oh yeah, like that's my Super Plumber Sisters campaign keychain. But I was like, I wanted to do something silly, and I was like, what if I had like a battle wrench, the battle wrench that like where is Mara? Like I got it. I have like what if that's the actual. I could have done one of those, but I didn't. I don't know if I have a picture of her holding any of the wrenches. But I was like, I want to do one, like a Super Plumber Sisters wrench. And I was like, this might be stupid. Maybe no one, let's see if anyone even, let me just check real quick. Has anyone even grabbed this? Like, oh my gosh, 9 people. Okay, never mind. It's a great idea. I'm incredibly intelligent. This is the best marketing move. I'm so smart. My minimum that I have to buy is 11. So I was like, dude, I hope that I sell at least like 5 of these. So that I just have to chill. Dude, that's awesome. Guys, go check out the 6-inch battle wrench. One, you can check how big your wiener is. 6 inches is not as big as you might think. I learned the hard way. But or you might not even hit that, or you might think, oh, I actually have 6 inches. You go, oh wait, what? All jokes aside. But yeah, I just thought that'd be fun. Like it'd be a fun, like you can actually use the wrench. You can actually use it in your day-to-day life. And it's a Super Plumber Sister, so I thought that was fun. I also included this new one-shot comic, My Cute Coworker Wants to Kill Me and Then Marry Me. Now, guys, I can't stress this enough. If you backed the Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 4 campaign, do not get this add-on, because you will be getting a copy of this digitally or physically. Now, if you're on a pure digital backer of the Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 4, if you're just strictly a digital backer and you want a physical book, then yes, get your physical copy right here. But if you are a physical backer of the Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 4, do not put this add-on in this campaign, because I'm already going to be sending you a free copy of that book with your Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 4 reward. As well, like if you missed out on the My Sexy Witch Academia 2 books, right there. Same with Bullet Assassin number 1 and 2 right there. Then, you know, got my standard My Life as RPG. Now this one is cool. Is like I put the Cthulhu Murders on here. This is $10. This is a full like 72-page graphic novel. $10. A little fun murder mystery there. $10. I also added the Growth of Megafist Volume 4 because by the time I fulfill this campaign, I will have already fulfilled Growth of Megafist 4, so you can get that. $35 gets you access to my entire digital catalog. $40 gets you Demons Omnibus. $30 gets you the Entity. You know, we got some really fun pages from Super Plumber Sisters. Like, this is such a fun series. This is actually a funny exchange. They're like, so Winnie and Lucia jumped into the pipe, and Mara goes like, hey, rock, paper, scissors on who's going next. And she's like, I'm going first, down first. And besides, I'd win no matter what. And Mara's like, no matter what. How does she know that? The possibility is 33% in both our favors. Like, we just get like, there's just so many jokes between these characters. Like, I freaking love them so much. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's let's see, I got my editor here. I got Sketchstar Rex saying, Tyler, keep 2 on the back burner once you get down to just the Growth of Megafist and look at doing. Yes, yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, like, I'll keep 2 on the back burner. It'll be good to bring it up eventually one day, but yeah, it's once this is done, we'll give it a break for maybe a year or 2 before we bring it back. Sketchstar, I love the Eliana standees. Yeah, dude, me too. Takari, the Battle Wrench and that new digital comic were definitely camp purchases for me. Oh, thank you so much. Kaden, dude, Battle Wrench is a Galaxy Brain idea. Oh, there we go. Wait, hold on. Am I reading this right? I can get My Sexy Witch Academia as an add-on. 100%. Yeah, I add all my books as add-ons. It is getting a little intense, by the way, when I do these add-ons. Like, because now essentially my add-on section is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 14 add-on books. And then I also add every one of these rewards in there as well. So it takes a bit of time to put them all in. But yeah, like, you can get all of my add-on books there. Dakari, now you tell me, at least I'll have another copy of the Coworker book. Oh, dude, like, if you want to like redo your pledge, like, feel free. Like, if you're like, if you want to like switch out your pledge and either like save yourself $10 or go, oh, maybe put it into like the Cthulhu Murders or My Life is RPG. I don't know. It's up to you. Or you know what? Have 2 copies of My Q Coworker and go give it to a friend. Like, totally do that. The Wrench does seem fun. All right, there you go, guys. Look, the Wrench was the Wrench was as Caden said, a Galaxy Brain idea. There you go. This has got to be then, this is a Galaxy Brain idea. This is then the second best add-on I've ever had. The first one will forever be, let's see if I can, these are all my campaigns I've done, guys. And then my one. This one hurts, guys. Let's bring up Chefs. This is guys, once again, I still stand by the fact that I'm glad I canceled this book. I actually have a ton of copies of it. I need to, because I canceled it. I then finished it, just because I was like, say I finished it. So if anyone ever wants it, I'll put it up some. Like, look at that. Like, I had these characters fucking down, man. Like, Microwave is basically like Black Iron Man. I had Dairy King. I had Ms. Maple. Everyone loved Ms. Maple. I had Agent P because she used peanut oil, which is very explosive. The volume 1 was Pasta La Vista. Like, I had once again, like, do I regret not doing this? Absolutely. But do I not regret it? Absolutely. Like, I think I was on to something good. Like the rewards menu. This was it right here, the Battle Apron. This was the best add-on I could have ever done for a campaign. The Battle Apron, and had like Dairy King on there, and I could have come out with a new apron every single campaign. Look at that, the Battle Apron. I don't regret canceling this. It's not even my best art, but I think it's still a fantastic idea. Yeah. Lessons learned, though. Lessons learned. I also had a baller song. Like, let's see. Let's see if it plays. Oh, yeah. We'll do that. Listen to the song. Created by yours truly. I can't believe we're here again. All right, maybe not. It's not that good. Make sure that noodles Hold on. I gotta do more music, guys. I gotta do more music. Got Calvin, adding on your other work is great. Thank you. I do have to hop off. I have to work early in the morning, so I bid you all a very fun good night. Congrats again on the 2-minute funding. Thank you so much. Dakari sounds cool. I definitely want that. Dude, the music is perfect combo with the book, it seems. Dude, like I know I had it. I had everything down from the characters to the marketing. I just wasn't in love with the story. And then when I did a whole sequel. I did a whole sequel. Like I revamped the whole thing. I did a new volume 1. I hired Irwin. Like how Irwin and I met. Irwin, by the way, is the artist for Super Plumber Sisters. Oh, by the way, guys, this is like the second one. If the second one was them playing this, the first one was them like finding the pipes and then battling this like amoeba monster. The second one was them doing like this dungeon party board game in there in the sewer. And then this third one, now that the sisters are separated, Winnie and Lucia have to go through this death maze and fight off these dino zombies. But no, that's like how Irwin and I met because I was like, hey, can we do some stuff for my book Chefs? And he was like, yeah, like let me see it. And so let's see if I can find his let's see, Fixaroos. What the frick is a Fixaroo? Oh, dude, like I had such fantastic artwork. Test art. Oh, yeah, so this was Irwin's artwork the first time that I met him for it. So this was his black and white art. I didn't necessarily like it because this was just a straight photo this was just a straight photo, but I loved this kind of stuff. And so what we did was we did like a practice like color version where like I blurred the background and stuff, but like it still felt photogenic. So I was like, hey, Irwin. Real quick, Andrew Rowland for $1.99. Thank you so much. I have King of Justice number 1 and 2 on Global Comics. Guys, go check out King of Justice number 1 and 2 on Global Comics. So I was like, is it possible? Like, can we do this in color with this? And then I was like, what if I just what if I did the backgrounds and he did the come on, where's the, and then he did the, and then what if I did the backgrounds and he did the line art, and then I would send it back to him for the colors. So like, hold on, really, I don't have like a PNG of this. I don't have a PNG of this, really. I'm going to show you guys these pages and you might be pissed. And if you are pissed, it's okay. Man, now looking at these, I'm kind of like, fuck, did we just miss something? Hold on. I'm like, crap, did we miss out on an opportunity? So like, check this out. So this is the art that we had going for it. So like we had DK, he's talking about how he wants to open like a burger restaurant. This is like him interacting with Ms. Maple for the very first time. So like he's like going against Waffle something. They're like fighting, they're falling down. This is like page 2. He like crashes, he's like we wanted to have like some heavy cartoon anime coloring vibes. So I really think we hit the nail with that. And then like the colors are just like, it's just like, this is fantastic. And then he had to dodge it, he gets blood, kind of overly rendered blood. She was like naked under here at one point. But we have that, and then she's like, what? And then here comes Ms. Maple. Like, the coloring on this book is absolutely fantastic. The problem was, and this kind of like, as we wrap up, this kind of goes back to everything that we've talked about tonight. The problem for me personally with this book, it was the fact that it was extremely expensive to make. It was going to be extremely expensive to make, not just for the line art, but also for the colors, for the production of everything. Like, the book was going to have to be like, I can't do what Tim and Mark do with their books. Like, they sell so much that they're able to get like I've talked with Tim and Mark about the prices that they get for their hardcovers, and it's fantastic. I can't do that, especially like I can't even do that with a paperback, for a full colored paperback. And so like the fact that they're able to do that is absolutely fantastic. And so when I realized, okay, if I do 60-page books or even 20-page books that are full color, it's going to cost me like all this thousands of dollars. And then, which means that for me to make my money back, I'd have to sell this many. I'd have to price it at like $20, like potentially like $12 to $15 per copy. And then another thing that I personally don't like is I want to tell my story. Like, the reason why The Girl with the Megafist is 200 pages is because I have a very long story to tell, and I don't want to have to release a 20-page chapter every 3 or 4 months on Kickstarter. Like, let me make the book and get it to you. And I don't want to wait like 3 months to, like, if I had done that strategy, I would still be kickstarting volume 1 of The Girl with the Megafist. No, like, I want to get my story out. And so that's another thing, is if I'd gone that route with the colors, it would have taken me forever to tell the story that I wanted, and I just wasn't going to be happy with it. And so that's why I do what I do. That's why I do these black and white books that are 40 pages long, because I'm able to, one, tell my story the way that I want, in the speed I want, in terms of like speed of production that I want. But then I can also get the books at cost for you guys, where I can charge $10 for a 40-page book. And then when we get to the trade, I can then find a reasonable price for the trade as well, because it's in black and white, and I can bring it into like a manga size. So I have a plan, and my plan is always, how can I make the book affordable for my backers? How can I make the book? How can I make more of the book? How can I make the book faster for them? And if I just done all of those like color and whatnot, it just wasn't going to work for me and you guys. Dakari, I got Chad Townsend in the house. How you doing, man? Yeah, you're gonna have to watch later because I'm ending the stream. Dakari, I just found out I actually have the Chef's #1 in my library. Thanks for purchasing one of your bundles. That's very understandable, Tyler. Thank you for that. Dude, that's crazy that you have at Chef's. Like, very few people have a physical Chef's book, so that's crazy. That is crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. If we can end the night, guys, by getting 100, like if we could end the night by getting 150 backers, oh man, that'd be fantastic. I'm already at 19 days to go. What the frick? When's this ending? November 4th? What day is that? Am I even here? Am I even in town? I am in town. Oh, I leave 2 days later. That's why I did it. Okay. Yeah, if I can get, like, have a blessed night, everyone. Thanks so much, Dakar, for being here. Dakari, did you see your cameo in Growth of Megafist Volume 4? I'm going to put you as a mainstay character, just to let you know. If you're all right with that. If you're all right with that, you let me know. If you're like, that was a one-time thing, don't put me in there ever again. That's fair. But eternally grateful. Expect to see from me a couple things. Number one, you're probably gonna, if you haven't backed yet, you're probably gonna get, and you have backed my books before, expect to probably see like a backer kit email tomorrow, and then the day after that, expect to see like if you're on my email list, an email from there. But yeah, expect you to see some videos from me. Heck yes, you can do that. Okay, awesome. They awesome. Another thing to expect is I'm going to be doing more videos on my YouTube channel. So like I did this video where it's been a while since I made a video, and I read Absolute Batman. I was like, let me do my thoughts on this. And so expect some more videos from me where I talk about the comics that I like, and I want to keep everything positive. Like Scott Snyder has even staked the generational struggles with people like Gen Z and younger. Scott believes, like, I want to do more videos where I talk about the comics that I'm reading. And what's great is now that Global Comics, like, I'm supposed to do videos where I say this book is sponsored, but this video is sponsored by Global Comics. And I need to do more of them. I've just been building my basement. I haven't been recording content. But now that I'm back making content, and now that they have DC, which I only basically read DC, now that stuff's there, now I can read some DC books and say, hey, how'd I read this? This book sponsored by Global Comics. But yeah, I hope to just put out some more fun content for you guys. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Seriously, appreciate it with everything. You've got a lot of good things going for you, Tyler. Really happy for you. Hey, I appreciate it, Aljamel. I really appreciate that. So guys, let me know what I can do for you guys. Let me know what I can do. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to make. Let me know in the comments, or send me a tweet. Let me know about the comics you guys are reading. Next week we'll go live. We'll have a Silly Goose time. Maybe we'll play some games and whatnot. I actually put my comic up there too. I do, absolutely, man. Global Comics is fantastic. And if you guys, well, I can go to bed happily. Thank you guys so much for 150 backers. Seriously, you guys rock. Like, I'm eternally blessed every single day to be able to show up, make these comics, and the fact that people are reading them and having a Silly Goose time with them, like, that is the best reward. Like, the fact that you guys enjoy the stories enough to buy them, read them, and keep coming back for more. Eternally grateful. And like, seriously, I think I've cried in the last, like, I think I cry at the end of every like end of book stream, like when the campaign is done, because I'm just blessed. Like, you guys are awesome, and I really appreciate every single one of you. So all right, let's get some, oh geez, let's get some goodbye music. No, this is, oh frick, that is sad. Guys, if you are struggling with penile erection dysfunction syndrome, you're not alone. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. F that. Okay. You guys have a fantastic night. Peace out.